Moving along now to the team category, we have two groups that we're going to honor here tonight. The first group is the 1995-96 Brandon University Bobcats. They, of course, that year were CIS national champions, and this was the fourth national championship in Bobcat history. Their record in GPAC that year was 17 wins and 2 losses, and they were 36-6 overall throughout the year. At the CIS National Tournament in Halifax, they first defeated the Acadia Axemen in the opening round, then they defeated the University of Toronto Blues in the semifinals, and finally the defending national champion University of Alberta Golden Bears in a game that I still remember watching on TSN. And that game, as we said earlier, I believe, is available as one of the classic games on the Basketball Manitoba website. I remember a few highlights from that game. One of them, of course, was the putback dunk of Demetrius Floyd. I think that ended up being the TSN turning point, if I remember correctly, in the game. Also, there was a great block by Sean Gray late in the game. It was a very close game, and a lot of clutch free throw shooting down near the end of the game by Jason Scott, who I think was the high scorer of the game, Wayne Taylor and Roger Martin. In that game, interesting to note that 6 players scored in double figures, which is very uncommon in a national championship game. Keith Vassell was named the tournament MVP, and Sean Gray was the tournament all-star. Also of interest that this information was given to me, and it's interesting to note that of the 19 players, 16 of them players earned degrees, 9 players earned a second degree in education, and 4 players earned master's degrees. So this, of course, is a very special group and accumulated some very special honors. I got a couple of emails relative to this group. One was directed to one of the members of the team, Mark Blondin. Says, I wanted to pass on my congratulations to Mark on behalf of myself, Rhonda Duncan, Amanda Dryden, and my colleagues at Investors Group. I believe Mark was a great asset to my business and our team at our Investors Group due to his athletic career with the Bobcats. It was there he learned the value of hard work and team first. Congratulations to the Big Show and his family, from his friends at Investors Group, sincerely, Dennis Hunt. Another email I got is from a good friend of our Basketball Hall of Fame, George Berger, who now lives in Arizona. George was here, I believe, 2 dinners ago, and is a regular contributor to our Hall of Fame, and I keep in touch with him regularly, and we're very happy that he is a great supporter of ours. Says, congratulations, Coach Jerry Hemmings and your talented 95-96 Bobcats CS National Champions. Also to Jerry Abernathy, Mike Spack, and all the builders and other players and teams. You have all distinguished yourselves, your schools, your communities, and the province of Manitoba. Made conspicuous by the qualities of excellence you bring and brought to the game of basketball. Best wishes for continued success in life endeavors and continue to support Manitoba basketball. From the old coach and AD, George Berger. It says the old coach turned 80 last week, but plans to see all the University of Arizona home games in football, men's and women's basketball, and softball. So we'll continue to stay in touch with George, and we're happy, as we said, that he has been a consistent supporter of our Hall of Fame and continues to be that. We're going to list the names of the players on the team and have the ones that are here, and there are many here who have come, some of them a long distance, to be here tonight, and we really appreciate that. And we'll have them come forward, and I believe 2 of the individuals from the team are going to have something to say, and we're going to ask Coach Jerry Hemmings to present those awards. So if Jerry would come forward now, please, and I will list the names of the players. Some of them are not here, but we'll list their names nevertheless. Greg Walker, Lenny Davis, who is the trainer, Bill Gordon, assistant coach, Jason Croach, manager, Jerry Hemmings, of course, head coach, Brett Knorr, assistant coach, Nigel Escoffery, assistant coach, Donald Phillips, Garfield Park, Roger Martin, Janie Blake, Scott Wallace, Jason Scott, Dave Brown, Larry Dudamore, Jacob Hall. Here they come. I was going to say they're not coming, but here they do. Jacob Hall, Sean Gray, Wayne Taylor, Ewan Roberts, Keith Vassell, Demetrius Floyd, and Mark Blondin. These are the 1995-96 Brandon University Bobcats CIS National Champions. Come on out here, gentlemen. Please on to the podium. interesting to note that Keith Vassell, who is a member of the team 95-96, Steve Dubinsky, I forgot him, sorry, is also a member, was the trainer, I believe, with the team. Thank you. Keith Vassell, I mentioned, is now the coach of the Brandon Bobcats. And so he's taken over the reins and is now building programs there as Jerry did over the years. So I think it's Keith and Ewan that are going to have a few things to say, so I'm going to ask them, as Jerry hands out the awards to the individuals, I'll ask them to say a few words.